It's midnight. You've just finished a brutal 12-hour shift at the hospital. Your scrubs are stained. Your body aches, and the only thing keeping you moving is the thought of warm takeout waiting in the passenger seat. You turn into your street only to find a giant white SUV blocking your entire driveway. No room to squeeze in, no way to park, just a steel wall of entitlement. No, what would you do? Knock politely, park down the street and swallow your frustration? Or teach your neighbor a lesson he'll never forget? Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you've ever had a neighbor who thought the rules didn't apply to them, this story's gonna hit deep. Today, you'll hear how one exhausted nurse finally snapped after being disrespected one too many times, and how her revenge cost her neighbor's family almost $300. If you've ever dreamed of sweet, justified revenge, smash that like button and subscribe for more stories where karma finally gets the upper hand. I live in a quiet cul-de-sac. Nothing fancy, just your standard suburban neighborhood. Kids ride bikes, people mow lawns on Sundays, and everyone mostly keeps to themselves. My driveway is simple. Fits 2 cars side by side, mine and my husband's. That's it. For the most part, we had peace, except for one neighbor. Let's call him Jack. Jack had a habit, and it wasn't harmless. It started small. One day I came home to find his brother's car in my driveway. Jack brushed it off. He'll be gone in a sec. I let it slide. Then, a week later, it was a friend dropping something off. Another time, it was a massive truck that forced me to park halfway down the street with 5 bags of groceries digging into my arms. Just enough. Each time I tried to stay civil. I'd knock, and he'd flash that half smile, like I was the unreasonable one. Relax. They'll be gone soon. Like my property was optional. Like my exhaustion didn't matter. Like my voice didn't count. And that's the thing about disrespect. It doesn't start with a scream. It starts with a smirk. Tell me, how long would you last before snapping? Be honest, drop it in the comments. Then came that Friday night. 12 hours on my feet, saving lives, watching people suffer, carrying the weight of strangers' families on my shoulders. I turned onto my street, exhausted and starving, and there it was, the white SUV, not to the side.
Not angled. No attempt at courtesy. Dead center in my driveway like it belonged there. I knocked, no answer. I called Jack. He picked up eventually, his voice casual. Smug, even. Oh yeah, that's my in. They'll only be there a couple hours. Just park on the street. It's not a big deal. Not a big deal. Except, that was the moment I snapped. Here's the thing. Before you pull the trigger on revenge, you check your ammo. I had already researched. In my state, if someone blocks your private driveway, you're fully within your rights to tow immediately. No warning. No questions asked. I didn't feel guilty. I felt clarity. So I made one call. Tow truck. 20 minutes later, I'm watching from my window as this massive machine hooks the SUV like a claw snatching a toy. My fries are still warm when the SUV disappears into the night. I can't lie. My pulse was racing. There's always that fear. What if Jack caught me in the act? What if the in-laws stormed out, but the tow guy was a pro? Quick? Efficient? Like this wasn't the first entitled parker he'd hauled away. Would you have made that call? Or would you have let it slide one more time? Think about it. About an hour later, the pounding starts. My door shakes. Jack is on the other side, beet red, his in-laws behind him yelling like I committed a crime. He's furious, spitting accusations, calling me petty, saying I went too far. I just stood there, calm. You told me it wasn't a big deal, so I treated it like it wasn't a big deal. And with that, I closed the door. The SUV, it cost them nearly $300 to get it back. Suddenly, my driveway was sacred ground. Magically, nobody parked there again, not even for just a sec. And let me tell you, there's a difference between guilt and justice. Guilt eats at you when you know you've crossed a line. Justice, it feels like finally breathing after someone's had their boot on your chest. I wasn't trying to humiliate Jack. I wasn't trying to destroy him. I just wanted respect. And sometimes the only language people like that understand is money. So here's the beautiful part.